Good day, everyone. Especially to our instructor, Mr. Anthony Gamali. Good day, sir. By the way, I am James Ryan Chiveria from BS Team 2, and my chosen topic is Chapter 3. It's all about photographic films and paper. Chapter 3, Photographic Films and Papers. A black and white films. A black and white films is basically made up of emulsion, gray, or anti-lesion backing, and support base. Emulsion. What is emulsion? Photographic emulsion consists of crystals of light-sensitive compound silver nitrate evenly distributed throughout plastic material. Silver halide emulsion are universally sensitive to the ultraviolet radiations and some wavelengths of blue light. They can be made sensitive to other colors of light and near infrared radiation by the addition of special sensitizing dye. Gelatin is universally used as the medium that holds the crystal in emulsion. Gray or anti-lesion backing. Gray, this layer is placed between the emulsion and the plastic base of a film to prevent whatever light that passes through the emulsion and reflected by the base back to the emulsion which forms a halo. Base. Is generally film. Bases are made of plastic material. They serve as a support to the emulsion. Characteristics of B and W films or black and white films. The characteristics of black and white films are speed, sensitivity, light, spectral wavelengths or color, sensitivity and granularity of graininess. Although films are universally manufactured in about the same way, there are controlled variations in procedure, choice and proportion of chemicals used in processing films of different characteristics. Emulsion speed. The different indicators of emulsion speed are as follows. ASA or American Standard Association rating. This is expressed in arithmetical value. DIN or Duty Industry Norman rating, which is expressed in logarithmic value. ISO or International Standards Organization rating. This is expressed in the combined arithmetical and logarithmic values. Spectral sensitivity. The different classification of films as according its spectral sensitivity are letter A, blue sensitive film, sensitive to ultraviolet rays and blue light only. Orthochromatic film, sensitive to ultraviolet rays and blue light only. Panchromatic film, sensitive to ultraviolet radiation to blue, green, and red light or all colors. Number 3. Granularity or graininess. This refers to the size of the metallic silver grains that are formed after development of an exposed film. Generally, the size of metallic silver grains are dependent on the emulsion speed of the film and the type of developing solution that is used in processing. So, there are two types of color films. First is negative or non-reversal film and reversal film. So, negative or non-reversal film. The suffix color is given to negative or non-reversal film. This film yields either a negative or a positive image depending on how it is used. Example, Kodacolor, Fujicolor, Agfacolor, or etc. So, this is the example of Kodacolor, Fujicolor, and Agfacolor. So, reversal film. The suffix chrome is applied to reversal material. This film, when processed, a positive image or transparency for projection viewing. Examples are Kodachrome, Ektachrome, Fujichrome, and Agfachrome. So this is one of the example of Kodachrome. Ektachrome, Fujichrome, and the last one is Agfachrome. And these are the examples of black and white films. Okay, so photographic papers or black and white. Modern photographic papers are basically composed of a light sensitive coating or emulsion on a paper base or support. The emulsion suspended on a gelatin is generally made of silver halide salts. Characteristics of a photographic paper. Emulsion speed. In photographic paper, emulsion speed have three types: the chloride paper, bromide paper, and chlorobromide paper. Chloride paper, a type of photographic painting paper prepared with a thin layer of an emulsion containing silver chloride. Chloride paper has sensitivity and prints slowly. It was used mainly for abstract prints in which the paper was placed directly against the negative with the emulsion sides together. Bromide paper. It has a fast speed and is recommended for projection, pr- printing, and enlarging. A print made using paper containing silver bromide that was sufficiently sensitive to light to be used for enlargements. Bromide papers came into general use around 1880s and became the most popular and widely used paper for black and white photography in the 20th century. Chlorobromide paper is a multi-speed and could be used in both contact printing and enlarging. A black and white prints with a warm brownish black tone made from paper coated with a mixture of silver chloride and silver bromides. Along with the silver bromide papers, they came into general use in the 1880s and are still in use today. Exposure and development latitude. Latitude is the degree of amount of which you can divide from the ideal exposure of development without appreciable loss of print quality. Exposure latitude. Generally, photographic papers do not have a wide exposure latitude, so exposure must be critical at all times. In addition, a film that can record detail in a range from bright light to dark shadow is said to have wide exposure latitude. Latitude is described as the measure of the range of exposures that may be recorded as a series of useful distinguishable densities on a film. The wider the latitude of a film, the greater the range of objects' densities visualized. Exposure, exposure latitude is the extent to which a light-sensitive material can be overposed or underposed and still achieve an acceptable result. This measure is used for digital and analog processes. So as you can see in the picture, this is the sample image of exposure latitude. Contrast range or grade. In black and white printing, it is often necessary to adjust the paper contrast so they can yield a natural scene result from negatives with density range that are either too high or too slow. Physical characteristics. Under this category, photographic paper or papers comes in different surfaces, base, thickness, or weight and color. Number 1. Surfaces of photographic papers vary in surface texture or degrees, gloss or sheen. They are the glossy and smooth, semi-matte or silk, and the matte or the rough surface. Number 2. Width or thickness. Under this category, we have the lightweight, weight, single weight, medium weight, and the double weight. Number 3, color may be cold or white with a very slight blue cast, and the warm or cream, where the white has a slight yellow-brown line. Photographic for color printing are essentially similar to the film used in the camera, except that emulsion layers are coated on a paper base and contain couplers which are colorless. Colored couplers are not used because the print would then be unsuitable for direct viewing. Printing a negative colors on a non-reversal print both the tone scale and the color of the negative. The final result is a positive reproduction within the accuracy of the photographic processes of the tones and colors of the original subjects. Photographic papers, both color and black and white in rolls or sheet in varying lengths and sizes. And that could be all, and thank you for watching.